So how does a person who wants to be different,
Mm-hmm.
not a yellow pencil,
Mm-hmm.
how do they break into politics or make a difference within their community without being squashed by the majority?
The biggest thing is do your research, do your homework on the candidates. I mean, you are going to have some big choices to make with the primary elections, with the presidency elections. Really, it comes down to don't believe what you see on TV. You may think you have a choice up till then, but really look at what it means to vote for a particular candidate for any office. What is their past voting record? How did they vote on very key issues? I mean, you have a candidate like Ron Paul who runs his entire campaign off the fact that he said, I am adamantly against everything to do with government control. The Patriot Act was absolutely wrong, and voted against that, and that's what he's running his campaign on is smaller government, Patriot Act terrible, government control terrible. We should not be doing this, getting out of these wars and stuff like that. But when it came down to it, the National Defense Authorization Act that just passed through Congress, the Senate, and was signed by the president, he did not vote on. Didn't even take the time. Either he was there and didn't vote, or didn't show up to vote. And the issue is that some people may argue, well, because it passed with such an overwhelming majority, it would have simply been a symbolic vote. I would argue there's no such thing as a symbolic vote. You are elected to vote based upon the constituent base that elected you. And if you don't vote, you're not doing your job. And for him to say, I'm running on this platform, and then not vote on an issue like this that he was railing against and didn't go vote on it, it's a huge problem. And I think that in looking at any one of the other candidates, whether it be Obama or Romney or Santorum or any of these people who, some of them, of course, aren't in office right now, but look at their record when they were in office. If they were governor of a state, look at their record there. There's not really anything in the state at the governmental level, the federal level, that isn't being handled at more local levels in some regard, and you can kind of see the track record of that. And this is all public information, of course. Public government, we have access to voting records, and I would say be involved in looking at what it means to side with a candidate, because if they don't vote how you think they should, chances are they're not going to get into the presidency and vote how you want them. They aren't changing that drastically. Ultimately they're gonna create this idea of what you want to see, and then they're going to go and it kind of goes back to the old adage: if you lie to me here, you're lying to me over here. So again, do your research, find out if they did something over here, because guaranteed when they get over here, they're going to do the same thing.